Hey guys, what's up? MurderofBirds here. Welcome back to the channel, and we are finally picking up the long-awaited return to Red vs. Blue content, and we are officially starting the Chorus Trilogy Season 11. I'm so hyped. I'm so excited. As you guys have probably known, I've picked back up with where I left off all those months ago with finishing up Season 10, finishing Project Freelancer storyline with the finale reaction, and as you guys know, over the last couple of weeks, I've returned to Red vs. Blue content with putting Season 10 to bed officially, with listening to the Season 10 soundtrack. So I did a soundtrack discussion, listened to all the great songs by Lamar and Jeff. I think my favorite song on the soundtrack was actually Now That We've Come So Far. It's a big package of just a lot of things that just remind me of the entire journey that we've been on from Season 1 to Season 10, Bernie's work, the closing of the director's story, for the most part moving forward. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some remnants of Project Freelancer here and there. But we've listened to the soundtrack, and I've also given my overall thoughts in the form of a review / discussion for Season 10 as well, which is the last video that I uploaded before this one. So I really hope you guys enjoyed getting my overall thoughts of Season 10, the direction, the storytelling, some of my favorite moments, callbacks and references, and I did do a fair bit of speculation and theory crafting on what I'm expecting going into the Chorus Trilogy. But Season 11 is finally here. I've been like super antsy to sit down today and watch this because you know, I've missed the Reds, I've missed the Blues, I've missed, you know, this series overall, and I have gone back and rewatched Project Freelancer to just have a good sense of my headspace of where I was then to where I am now, so I can kind of pick up where I left off, literally, with watching this next batch. Shout out once again to Georgia. She's still continuing to curate my reaction experience with the batch of episodes, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been wanting me to sit down and at least consider the trailers moving forward. I just want to put out a disclaimer right now and just say I do not think I'm going to get invested in any of the trailers moving forward until I finish the season in question. So I don't have it set up right now, so I might check it out in the next batch. But like, for example, I didn't see the Season 10 trailer, and I'm not going to see the Season 11 trailer because I don't want anything in those trailers to hint at something, you know, because in my mind, if I see it in the trailer, I'm going to wait and expect to see it in the show, and I want to just be blindsided by everything. I want this to be as genuine and as blind as a reaction as possible, regardless of how you guys experienced it back in the day. It's kind of, that's the whole point of a curated experience. I can pick and choose what I want to see and what I want to exclude from that. But yeah, so the Chorus Trilogy is going to cover seasons 11, 12, and 13, and I do plan on at least recording these preemptively for the sake of at least finishing the Chorus Trilogy in 2020, because I am starting pretty late into the summer, a lot later than I was expecting. But yeah, so Chorus Trilogy is going to be something that's going to be every Saturday on YouTube. You guys will also be able to get 1 week early access to the next episode over on my Patreon at patreon.com/MurderofBirds. Shout out to my currently existing patrons for all of the support, the kindness, the generosity, the patience, and the understanding that has been 2020 with all of the crazy, hectic situations that have been going on with COVID and self-quarantining and social distancing and all that stuff. So it has been a kind of tumultuous year for me so far, especially when it comes to being productive on YouTube, which, like I said, I'm trying to get back to, and there's still going to be more news and announcements regarding content outside of RVB. Also, at the time of me recording this, I've also been simultaneously uploading my first playthrough of Halo 1 Combat Evolved, as well as my upcoming playthrough for Halo 2 Anniversary, playing that for the first time as well. So I think that's a really good I was going to say synergetic, but I guess that's a really good synergy because Halo is synonymous with RVB, and, you know, I feel like if you enjoy one, chances are you'll enjoy the other, and these are my first time going through the game as well, so hopefully you guys have been enjoying that. With that said, of course, it's me. I'm back. For those of you who forgot, these intros are kind of long-winded, so I hope you guys brace with me for that. So again, shout out to Georgia for curating this reaction batch. I believe we're going to be watching episodes 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, it's a brand new journey. Project Freelancer is officially behind us. The director is no longer alive. From where I left off in the last batch. Also, really quick, so Chorus Trilogy is also written by Miles Luna. After season 10, Bernie kind of passed the torch on to Miles, and I know that Miles is credited with what a lot of you guys consider to be even better, like kind of like the icing on the cake, the cherry on top to a Red versus Blue experience. For everything that Bernie did, Miles did a really good job at following up on where things were left off after Project Freelancer. I have no idea what the Chorus Trilogy entails. I don't know anything about the characters, the plot, the sequence of events, what follows up afterwards, if we're going to get any Project Freelancer remnants. And I guess that's kind of what I want to talk about before we just jump into the reaction. So there's a lot of things that Project Freelancer did that I loved. I loved season 9 and 10. I think they were excellent. Like I said, my full thoughts, my full disclosure on season 10 will be in the review. But going into Project Freelancer, there's a lot of things initially. So first off, the perspective. I know that Epsilon in Carolina, or Church in Carolina rather, went off to do their own thing. Carolina's kind of going on this road of redemption to kind of right the wrongs of Project Freelancer, of her and Epsilon's involvement with everything that happened. They mentioned following the last episode that they're kind of going after some low-level thugs that have some military tech from Project Freelancer higher than their pay grade. They want to be able to right the wrongs and get that shit back and make sure that that doesn't fall into the wrong hands. And then we also have the Reds and Blues, who are at this new home, essentially a Halo 4 equivalent to Blood Gulch and Valhalla, which I think was really cool. Also, it's going to be in the Halo 4 engine, which I have to get used to because I haven't played Halo 4 in God knows how long. I think like 8 years or something like that. So the new aesthetic is going to be something I have to get used to. Their new armor is something I have to get used to. And in terms of the story itself, I just really don't know where we're going to go from here. I'm expecting, obviously, new characters. I'm expecting maybe we get more of what we didn't get fully explained in the Project Freelancer storyline. For example, Charon Industries, the UNSC, the Oversight Subcommittee Chairman Malcolm Hargrove, new characters, maybe returning or brand new freelancers that we hadn't seen during the project and everything else. But for the most part, I think the overall Project Freelancer storyline, the greater story behind the director and Allison and the AI and the freelancers are behind us. So I'm just excited for a new journey. I'm excited to get back to RVB to see these lovable characters that I haven't seen in a really long time. You know, the Reds and Blues, more banter, more shenanigans, and ultimately a story forming over these next 3 seasons. So before anything, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your continued support. I've been covering this show now, it seems, for 4 years, and you know, we've gone through our ups and downs. We've started and stopped and taken hiatuses and come back, and I'm always gonna feel like that's gonna be the case for RVB. I don't ever want to feel burnt out. I never want to feel jaded or resentful for this series, just because I know there's a lot of you guys out there who enjoy hearing my thoughts, seeing my reactions, seeing my excitement, and seeing me catch up to the show. I also have a new notebook. So we put the seasons 8 through 10 notebook away. So for those of you who like the long-winded discussions, I don't know how it's going to fare for the Chorus Trilogy, but I got a brand new notebook in store for any notes and things that I want to talk about regarding the discussion portion of these videos. So that's something that you guys can look forward to as well. But yeah, we're going to be getting into the Chorus Trilogy episodes 1, 2, and 3. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad to be back. And without further ado, let's jump into it. And just before we jump into the reaction, I also want to give a very special and humble thank you to all of my patrons over on patreon.com/MurderofBirds for your continued kindness, generosity, or support. Literally, without any of you guys, this would not be possible long term for me to be able to kind of come together, talk about RVB, get hyped and excited, and be able to do what I'm passionate about. And an extra special thank you goes out to those of you in the Silver-Eyed Warrior as well as the Wizard of Remnant tiers, being Brandon Capelli, Daniel Burns, ERZA Lee, GOTEKAI, Ian Dodd, Jamie Coleman, Matthew Trapp, Michael, and Winter SCHNEE. Thank you guys again so much for your continued support. I really hope you guys enjoy the reaction, and yeah, enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are about to start Season 11, Episode 1 for Red vs. Blue, the Chorus Trilogy. I am so excited. I have no idea what to expect. Again, thank you guys so much for the support. As always, leave your thoughts in the comment section. And without further ado, we're going to be starting this in 3, 2, 1 now.
Journal entry 101.
Washington! The new area!
Well, since I've done one of these, so let's get caught up to speed.
Oh, okay.
Everything can be traced back to Project Freelancer, a military organization gone horribly wrong.
Okay.
The men in charge were corrupt, and the soldiers who followed
Yeah, he's giving the TLDR?
And guess which side I was on.
Yeah, you're on the wrong side, my guy.
Eventually, it was the project's own creations that tore it to pieces, and I was the one...
Yeah, what happened to the Puma?
I recovered weapons, armor, and AI fragments, all in an effort to keep the wrong people from getting them
Dude, a new
first.
map!
But
Look
I
at
was
this
too
place!
slow. Everyone fought over the remnants of Project Freelancer.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could believe in anyone anymore.
Yep.
But then...
Season
I
6.
met the Reds and Blues.
Hey, Caboose!
Hello.
We've got a proposition for you.
Oh.
Me? Oh, well, you should have.
Oh.
They had been used by the freelancers just like I had. They were cannon fodder in a conflict with no purpose.
True.
But more importantly...
Church was the cannon fodder, literally firing main cannon.
We should really send it back some sort of thank you basket.
Tucker!
You idiot.
Oh my god!
We will take the fuzzy one.
This place looks amazing. Look at this place. They got a new tank
We
too.
don't know that it isn't fuzzy now, do we?
They were just stupid enough to trust.
Yeah.
Together, we were able to put an end to everything. The freelancers...
And the
AI,
director.
even the director of the whole operation.
Yep.
They're
But
all
what
gone.
now? Like, what happens now?
As for us, well, we're shipwrecked. Crashed during our ride home.
Oh.
And if we're not rescued soon, I have a feeling something else might find us first.
What?
This is
Shipwreck.
Agent Washington signing.
Yo, see
What now?
Oh shit! Wait,
You missed, sir. Dag.
dude, the Reds have the tank. Hold on. Washington said they're shipwrecked. So they're not meant. Were they meant to come here, or did they have no choice? It seemed like from the season 10, it seemed like they were settled here. It didn't seem like they were stuck here. But we saw like the Puma like hung up by like the crane and stuff. So I was like, what happened to the Puma? And now they're like, oh, we got a proposition for you. So here's the thing. Washington just aired out all of Project Freelancer's dirty laundry, along with his dirty laundry, and the entire involvement of everyone incorporating, you know, and involved with Project Freelancer. Obviously, Carolina and Epsilon are gone for now. He's sending this signal out for someone out there to reach him. And who is out there right now? So I'm calling it right now. I think he's going to send this distress signal, and the leader, the head of the oversight subcommittee, Malcolm Hargrove, is going to pick up on that because he is the only one who would be relevant to that information getting out there and pinging him, and then him finding the Reds and Blues, wanting to know what's up with the with Epsilon, you know, and all this other stuff. And again, Washington is supposed to be a dead man. He faked his death at the end of season 8. So now he inadvertently just revealed to everyone, hey, I'm a wanted criminal from the UNSC along with the Reds and Blues, by the way. And yeah, you just we're kind of shipwrecked, so we just set ourselves up. Oh boy. Okay. Let's back up a little bit.
First.
Wow.
Agent Washington signing. Oh, what now?
Oh boy. And then the Reds got the tank! This is insane!
Damn it! Who and Sam Hill set this thing to invert it?
Well, statistically, most users enjoy well, I mean, it was probably Griff, sir.
Yeah. Where's Griff?
What's going on out here?
Hey!
We are.
God, I miss
Our
you
base is in
guys.
desperate need of renovations. Figured I'd tear down the east wing and put in something nice and decorative.
Dude, their armor looks so
Did it
badass.
occur to you to warn me before you started blowing holes in the side of the wall?
No.
Direct hit, sir.
Firing
No,
main
it
cannon.
What are you two doing?
Well, if it isn't our good friend,
Oh.
Agent Washington.
Please don't do a
butter me up.
repeat of Epsilon of
Also,
the
please
Alpha.
refrain from pointing that at me.
Yeah, please.
We were just borrowing the tank for a little construction work.
Really? And which one of my men authorized this?
Caboose.
It was Caboose, wasn't it? Sarge, get out of the tank.
Come on, you guys took advantage of him.
9/10 of the law. The other 10th is a tank. I've got both. Besides,
True.
we need to upgrade our quarters.
Your quarters are fine.
Yeah, now get out of the tank, you senile fucking son of a bitch!
Oh, we actually hit him that. Dude, you
Now.
killed Griff, you
Tiger.
team killing fucktard.
turn. This is an outrage. Blue Base is built directly below the crash site. You've got an unfair advantage.
Sorry.
True.
The Reds and Blues aren't fighting.
True.
Just camped
They're
at
the same.
opposite ends of the canyon in color-divided teams, while heavily armed.
Yeah.
But have you ever considered that fighting is just in our nature? It's almost instinctual.
Oh boy.
Not constantly trying to stab each other in the back. You'll surely die.
Dear God, I hate you.
That's the spirit.
I love it. I'm
May not
so
be fighting,
happy.
but you're still way closer to the food storage than we are, and that is something I will not stand for.
Oh
You
boy.
won't stand for anything, fat ass.
If you were a few feet closer, you'd be sorry. If we
Damn.
don't ration our food, we'll all be sorry. We
Wow,
need to
so
get our communications dish online, and if we run out of food before we can radio for help, we're screwed.
Oh,
Buzzkill.
so they're
Come on,
actually stuck.
we need to go have a chat with Private
Damn.
Tucker.
Wait, a chat
There
with
goes the
who?
revered leader of the Blue Army.
Hold on.
For help, we're screwed. Buzzkill. Come on, Caboose. We need to go have a chat with Private Tucker.
Oh, Tucker. Okay.
There goes the revered leader of the Blue Army.
Oh boy.
What a dick.
Fine. We don't need
Really
that
quick.
tank anyway.
It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Yeah, that's for any of you Hamilton fans out there. Washington's like calling the shots. He's the only logical person. These characters would rather starve to death than work together, it seems.
Anyway, as many great 21st century movie trailers once said, this is only the beginning.
Uh-huh.
And then text would appear on the screen, and the music would cut out abruptly.
Okay, we get it. We've all seen a movie,
Final
Sarge.
line of dialogue to leave the audience with the ultimate sense of excitement.
Like what?
Like,
I don't know.
like what you just did there? Wow, man. This is crazy. I also like that they're using this whistle music at the beginning. It reminds me of, like, the Blood Gulch Chronicles. Like, when the same song would play at the beginning. Oh!
We are back. Caboose.
Oh, Caboose.
Christ, I thought you were in that thing.
Jesus.
Who is in that thing?
Hello, Private.
Oh, shit. Tucker, what is the one thing I tell you each and every morning? Wake up. The other way. For the love of God, stop sleeping naked. Don't
Oh
let
my
anyone
God.
touch the tank. Okay, I can see where you're going with this.
Hey, where's
Until we're
Donut?
rescued, we need to be more mindful.
Whatever
of the
happened to
supplies we
Donut?
have. I know. Ration the food. Maintain our equipment. Brush your teeth. Don't talk to strangers. Try not to shoot anyone while they
Yeah.
brush their teeth. And always report in to me. Do we have to? Yes.
Yeah,
I even
kinda.
put up that old blue team organizational chart.
Oh
to
my
help
God,
demonstrate the
dude! Hold
point.
on, let's see. Blue Team, Blood Gulch Outpost Alpha. Dude, Blood Gulch Outpost. That was such a cool, like, little tease right there. Captain Butch. Oh my God, dude! I still can't get over how Butch Flowers is a fucking freelancer, dude. The freaking Agent Florida, poor Florida, man. That's so funny, dude. Like, Blue Team has had so much like reworks in their freaking roster, it's ridiculous. So it went to Butch Flowers to Church/Alpha. I don't know why Caboose was ever there. They added, so Caboose was added in. So, okay, so I see the original. So the original was Captain Butch Flowers and Church and Tucker were under him. After Butch Flowers died, they swapped armor. Because I remember, like, before Tucker had blue armor and Cappy had the teal armor. And then I guess they swapped armors. And then Griff's sister actually came in. She had yellow armor, though. So that was kind of weird. I think she like messed around with Tucker, and then Doc was brought in too as like he was like somewhat on both of their sides throughout Project Freelancer, and now it's just Washington. That's really funny.
Yeah, but we never really listened to that. Church just kind of shouted orders, and we'd get around to them eventually.
Yeah.
Or we wouldn't. Whatever.
Dude, you guys have been through too much. You guys have to be unified.
Church and Carolina decided to run off without so much as a goodbye. So it's up to me to keep us all together.
Never say goodbye. If you don't say goodbye, you're not really gone.
We wouldn't be in this mess. Oh, wait a
You're just
second. Why
not
are you
here
looking
right
at me
now.
when you say that? I just have a hard time believing the thousands of well-trained crew members were to blame for the incident. Well, they definitely didn't survive it.
Oh boy. Damn.
Wow.
That's fucked.
Yeah. You proud of yourself? No. Yeah, that's too soon.
That was mean.
Probably too soon for sound effects, too.
I mean, Tucker of all people.
Oh, God, help us. Yeah, too soon.
Oh, I love you,
Absolutely
Caboose. I
unacceptable.
miss
I
this
couldn't agree more,
show.
But you have no idea what he's gonna say.
Oh, right, yeah. Got a little excited.
You are the worst kind of person.
Quiet, morons.
Damn.
We've got a situation on our hands.
Which is...
What's up?
The deplorable condition of Red Base.
You're still hung up on that? You're stranded in the middle of
Red
nowhere,
Base is like
surrounded by
shit.
a
Where's
mysterious
Donut,
and
man? He's supposed to
seemingly
spruce this
uninhabited
place
jungle, my man.
up.
And you're worried about the condition of our makeshift fort.
Besides, I don't think our base is even that bad.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, it's
What's wrong with it?
y'all got
Seriously?
y'all need some
There's an enormous
standards.
hole in the roof. Every night it rains, I get washed into the corner.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that. But
Yeah.
overall,
The majority of the West Wing is made up of sandbags and rain tarps.
Which reminds me, if we have rain tarps, why aren't we using them to cover up the hole in the roof?
True.
I think you guys are blowing this whole thing a little out of proportion.
You're just saying
Valhalla
that
was
because
way
you're the one
better.
who signed the
Like
base.
they had
Well, did a
it
better job than
even
you
on
would've
both
done.
sides.
That's not saying
Blue
much.
team made out
I
like
could always
bandits,
do it in a
dude.
better location.
But this is the best location. The sunlight is perfect for maintaining my vegetable garden, and the faulty engine from the ship should keep us warm all winter.
Oh
Slip
boy.
Space engine's extremely radioactive.
Well, that would explain
About
why my
that.
hair keeps falling out. Why all your cabbages have 3 heads.
I thought I was just really good at farming.
No, Simmons?
No.
You're good at other things. Like always being on time and maintaining your virginity.
Oh,
Oh!
yeah? Well, we'll see whose last
That's fucked up, dude.
a bountiful crop in the coming harvest.
Glad to hear you've still got that virginity on lockdown, buddy.
Wow. Damn. Oh, in memory of David Dreger. Isn't that Knuckles?
61,
That was a community member a while back.
63, 64,
Is he doing squats?
66, 67, 68,
Oh,
69.
nice.
Tucker, you can't keep stopping on 69. No, this time my legs went out.
Oh my god, it
on.
has to be, dude.
Oh, holy Christ.
Only
I haven't been to
Tucker would do
Source's
that
bachelorette
shit.
Party on Bourbon Street. You want me to believe
Bow
you
chicka
banged
bow
an
wow.
entire bachelorette party? I want you to, but really the groom just showed up and cracked 3 of my ribs. That's what I thought. Why do we have
Jesus,
to train
that's
so
so
much? We
great.
never had to do squats when church was in charge. Exactly. I'd say you two have fallen out of shape, but generally, in order to fall out of something,
You have to be in it.
be in it first. Hey, that's funny. You should
Dude, he's
comedy
just
watch.
freaking
Why make one person miserable when you
roasting
can work over
Tucker
an
this
entire
whole
room?
time, man.
Alright, time for sprints. Fuck you. I want 5 laps around the
Oh,
canyon.
yeah, they can
Die
sprint in
in
Halo
a
4,
fire.
right?
6 laps around the canyon. Hey, why isn't Caboose down
That's
here?
right, they
Shouldn't we be
sprint
making
now.
him
Halo 4
dumbbell curls or inverted
incorporated.
push-ups or
Well,
something?
technically Reach
He's
did, but I
having
know
one of
4,
his
like, I think
off
4 implemented
days.
it also. Like, officially. Oh,
It
no.
has come to my attention that we've been approaching this.
Hold on.
in the wrong direction.
What happened? Am I missing something? What happened to Donut? Wasn't Donut with them at the end of the Project Freelancer fight? Right? Like, he was fighting all of the Texas. Now that I think about it, too, Donut wasn't in the final scene here, like the final scene of season 11. I'm sorry, season 10. So I'm like, where did he go? Did he stay behind with Doc? Did he go back to Doc in Valhalla? Did he fall out of the back of the wagon on the way here? Like what happened to this man? Like, I feel like we just got him back too during during the whole Project Freelancer situation.
Wrong direction.
What do you mean?
I mean, we've been approaching it from the outside. What we should have been focusing on was the interior. The layout is all wrong. Upon reflection,
God, I love their
realized that
armor.
my military expertise
Their armor looks so
requires
sick.
more private quarters, a place where I can reflect upon my past victories and contemplate on my non-existent failures.
Yeah.
A place called Denial.
Which is why I
Damn,
ordered Private
true.
Griff here to erect this new wall.
What?
Okay, I give up.
The sandbags.
Ah.
What? That's the wall?
Griff, I asked you to give me a proper erection. Not to
Yikes.
stiff me.
So glad Donut's not here.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's not like
Donut-
I'm some expert carpenter or something.
Why isn't he here?
Carpentry. This is stacking
Also,
things in
yeah,
a straight
Donut would
line.
have been like all over that.
Poorly.
Well, it's all I could find. So build a bridge and get over it.
Hey, Griff,
Hey.
when I built the bridge, should I use a few sandbags? Or, something fucking useful?
Well, not. I hereby declare that from this point forward, this side of the wall is to be reserved for my own personal use.
Wait. You get half of the
What the
base
hell?
to
You
yourself?
get all that to
What
yourself?
about me and Griff?
Sorry, Simmons.
Y'all gotta bunk up
Afraid
together.
I can't hear you from the next room. These walls are just too thick.
But I...
Enjoy your new roommate.
He just walked a little. Oh my
Ground rules.
god.
If there's a sock on the door, do not come in.
But we don't have socks.
or a door. And I don't have an internet connection. But we've all got to find some way to masturbate. Now don't.
Oh, okay. All right. That's how we're doing this.
Road. Oh, woe is me. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, does he miss Epsilon? Does he miss church?
Still standing in the corner, Caboose?
Oh, yeah. I just...
He never got to say
I
goodbye.
just miss church sometimes.
I know you do, buddy. He was your leader for a really long time.
Yeah, I am just... I am just so...
It's weird that they have a mirror.
I don't even recognize my own face!
Well,
I,
you don't have your old helmet anymore, Caboose. Also, your helmet and face are not the same thing.
Oh, God, that explains...
Is this armor
the
kinda
basic
green?
contest. Why did you have to tell me that? Oh, you just made it worse.
Look, Caboose.
okay, never mind. That was
I'm
weird.
sure that somewhere out there, Church is thinking about how much he misses you, too.
I hope.
You really think so?
Shut up.
Whoa, bye. It's all fine. And then we're gonna go to the fair. Come on, we are gonna travel. God, and we are gonna
Yeah.
Oh my
Why don't you go
god.
for a walk?
That was such a
Take
great
little time to clear
cutaway.
your head.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Wow, the episode's almost done.
Shut up.
Whoa, bye. It's all fine.
Shut up.
And then we're gonna go to the
Shut
fair.
up.
Come on, we are gonna travel. God, and we are gonna
Oh, that was so good, dude.
Why don't you go for a walk? Take a little time to clear your head.
Wow.
I go on a walk by myself, I
Oh,
guess.
Caboose. I'm so sorry,
Be
buddy.
pressing at all. Oh, God. I'm walking by myself now.
Oh, great. He'll be okay, I hope.
What am I going to do with him?
True. Oh.
I said sprints, Private Tucker.
Oh, see, they do have running.
And it's not going to be spit, if you know what I'm talking about.
Bow chicka bow wow. Dude! That was so quick! Like, that was really, like, chill, mellow. I was not expecting a very laid-back return to the show, to be quite honest. I mean, I don't really know what I was expecting for the most part. Like, I just figured that with all of the thoughts that I had in my head, Malcolm Hargrove, Charon Industries, everything else in between, Epsilon and Carolina doing their own thing, the Reds and Blues doing their own thing, I just thought there would be a lot more. Obviously, this is a trilogy, so there's so much more to delve into, but damn, man.
Journal entry.
That was so refreshing. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to full screen here just so I can kind of skim through the episode. So we're in a brand new location. I do like how they're instantly like getting back into the banter of the characters, the Reds and Blues. It's so crazy to me that, like, regardless of what these characters go through, they're still always going to be at odds with each other, despite the fact that they helped take down O'Malley, they helped take down the Meta, they helped take down Project Freelancer. Like, regardless of how much camaraderie they've all shared as a single unit, Reds and Blues together, they still always just go back to their same old bullshit, which I guess that's what is, in essence, the Red versus Blue experience, really. But yeah, like, the whole base situation, just kind of getting used to this new lifestyle. So they didn't really establish that they're stranded at the end of season 10. I don't know if that's something that they decided on between season, because then technically this isn't where they were supposed to end up. So this is like what I mentioned before. I was like, in my review at least, I said to myself, I was like, Blood Gulch Chronicles was their primary home of operations, and then after everything that happened with the Alpha, the UNSC gave them the new base, which was Valhalla, and then they were forced to leave Valhalla to go and deal with the Director, and then they became wanted criminals of the UNSC. And then I was like, okay, Epsilon said, we have a new place for them, a place that we can start over. And I thought this was that place. but it seems like this is like a middle ground, like this is where they just got stuck at. So this seems like it's probably going to be a temporary home for them during Chorus Trilogy, and then season 14 or 15 or whenever the story continues, I guess wherever they end up there is going to be like what they initially were planning on going to. At least that's my interpretation. So rest in peace to the fucking Puma. That thing got like salvaged or whatever. Like I guess like Washington said, they got shipwrecked, and he keeps sending out these. So what was it? What did he say? It was like 101. So they sent out a lot of these actually. Hold on.
Journal entry 101.
101 journal? Like, is that 101 since we've been here that he's been sending out this information? It's like, how long have they been here too, now that I think about it? Because he was like, if we run out of food, we're fucked. But yeah, I feel like this is like an immediate return to form for a lot of factors. Because like, first off, the tank situation immediately calls back to Blood Gulch Chronicles days. So that right there is just... I just feel like we've been getting a lot of callbacks for the most part. Like, again, reds and blues, separate opposite, like a new canyon, a new area of bases. You got the reds that have the tank now. I love the armor. I feel like it's a little over the top aesthetically. Like, I can't really imagine what Master Chief looks like in this armor, but this armor definitely looks a little too over the top. But I think for the aesthetic change for the reds and blues, right, going from Halo 1 to Halo 2 to Halo 3, even to Halo Reach for a time, I think it's a nice step up. Like, a lot of the characters look very familiar still. The colors are still in tune with what they looked like in the previous seasons. I think the only character whose armor was drastically different was Carolina's. That was the one armor that I was just like, holy shit, like, if it wasn't for her armor color, I wouldn't even recognize her. So... I like what they're doing with the aesthetic. All of the characters still look the exact same for the most part. Thankfully, Halo 4 carried over a lot of those aesthetic qualities. Like, you can still have some of the accent colors, like Washington has the yellow there, so you can immediately distinguish him and like Tucker and Carolina, since all of their armor colors are around the same hue, if you will. Unfortunately, the tank doesn't talk, so like there's really no callback to Sheila, like no firing main cannons. You know, it's just like, obviously one team has the tank and the other one doesn't. But now, because the Puma got like destroyed, the Reds are out a vehicle on top of that. So I wonder if they're gonna get something fancy. I think Halo 4 implemented the Mantis, like the giant two-legged walking like mechs. So that'd be super cool if they get out like a Mantis, and then that kind of shows them up for having a tank. That would be super dope. But yeah, for the most part, there's no plot really. It's just establishing the characters in a new setting, letting us know that, hey, regardless of the new environment, regardless of the new situation that they found themselves in, they're still very much the Reds. They're still very much the Blues. I guess the teams are also even. I guess that would make sense why Donut's not in the... It doesn't make sense why Donut's not in the picture, because he was very much present with everyone else during the Project Freelancer fight with the Texas. But maybe something happened. Maybe he decided to leave to go find Doc. Maybe he, like I said, fell out of the back of the wagon, hit his head, and they just left him for dead or something. I don't know. Like... It's just odd to me, because I was really looking forward to seeing him, and I just realized mid-watch, I was like, wait a minute, he wasn't even in that final scene moment, too, and I was just, this is another reference, too, like, you know, Tucker staring down the barrel of a tank. It's like, well, I remember that situation in Blood Gulch. That's how Church originally died, and because he thought Caboose was in the tank. But, yeah, I know a lot of people were also telling me that... You know, these episodes weren't going to be as intensive as Project Freelancer was. Like, I wasn't going to have to sit down and write hundreds of hours of notes and do, like, hundreds of hours of research to sit down and talk about the episodes. But this really felt like the Blood Gulch Chronicles days. I'm not even going to lie. And, like, back then, I really didn't have much to say on the matter because I was watching... the series for the first time. I really didn't know how it was going to evolve, how it was going to develop. but like this honestly felt like a remastered approach to the Blood Gulch Chronicles days, and I think that's what Miles was trying to establish. He was trying to establish the rapport, the continued rapport with the characters, the banter, you know, the back and forth interactions, Washington trying to gain command of the situation for both teams, you know, because he is technically first and foremost a freelancer, even though that part of his past is behind him. He's the only one here trying to make sense of it and trying to be, you know, a middleman for both teams, because they're still trying to kill each other. Sarge, like, has no idea how to lead his squad. He's always just been like the reckless, you know, the reckless leader of the Reds. These guys are always lazy or just trying to get away with shit. So again, I think the characters are more stronger in their element by just fucking around and doing nothing. But it's very clear that Chorus Trilogy is going to start picking up eventually. I don't know when, but eventually the pace will be picked up with Epsilon and Carolina on their side of things. Whoever receives that broadcast signal of that distress signal that Washington gave at the beginning, basically telling whoever finds that about Project Freelancer, about the AI, about the freelancers, about the director, you know what I mean? Especially because Epsilon is still out there. You know what I mean? Like, they never recovered Epsilon, and that was the whole reason why Washington got the chance to leave and get out of prison. Malcolm Hargrove gave him that second chance, and he was like, okay, if you know out where Epsilon is, if you can guarantee us Epsilon, we'll let you go back and get your stuff, you know, go back out into the world. And he faked his death. And I don't know if he disclosed his name at the very end there, because then the tank happened. The tank, like, got in the way and disrupted his signing out. But I honestly think Malcolm Hargrove or some UNSC scout or whatever is going to pick up on that signal, is going to track them down back here. Washington's going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble. They're already all wanted criminals of the UNSC after the fact that they had to ditch Valhalla, and Epsilon and Carolina are out of the picture. So whatever happens, they're probably going to have to come back into the situation and save the Reds and Blues if they are indeed in the scenario that I'm building up in my head. But that's what I'm thinking on right now. Again, more banter between the Reds and Blues. I feel bad for Caboose, though, because he's obviously lamenting the fact that, you know, Epsilon left without saying goodbye. And, you know, Epsilon took the advice of Allison and the advice of Carolina, you know, don't say goodbye. If you never say goodbye, you're not really gone. It just means you're not here right now. And, you know, hopefully whatever they end up doing is well worth the fact that they left their friends behind, and they left, you know, Carolina left Washington, Epsilon left Caboose, and Caboose is the whole reason why Epsilon's back in the picture. But, you know, they still have something that needs to be done for their past and for closure more than anything. And that's what I hope, and that's what I want for them. I just feel like now that I'm starting to put pieces together with how the plot could potentially form, that at the very least is telling me that things are going to take off for the Reds and Blues separately, and whenever Carolina is doing her own thing, eventually they'll come back and, you know, everything will be centralized. But as of right now, this was a fairly good approach to, more than anything, getting me back in the element, because me personally, I've just been out of the loop with RVB since I finished Project Freelancer. But yeah, to be honest, I'm really happy that I don't have to be as gung-ho as I was during the Project Freelancer storyline. Like, I know I kind of went above and beyond with the notes and the research and the amount of hours that I spent recording per week. This honestly felt so refreshing. This felt so needed, and I'm really, really fucking happy that I don't have to, like, work my ass off for this first batch at the very least. This is a really great rapport to get back to what made Red vs. Blue so special, which were the interactions, the characters, to just see the characters being themselves in their element despite being in a new situation, being in a new scenario. It honestly, like I said, I think it feels like a more refined Blood Gulch Chronicles, obviously with a bunch of different events and things that have that have ultimately happened to them over the course of their adventures, which is weird because it doesn't seem to phase anybody but Washington. You know, the Reds and Blues are still the Reds and Blues, you know what I mean? When you think of Reds and Blues, it's like, well, their petty situations supersede any greater than life schemes that have happened in the past. But I think because they're the Reds and Blues, they're always willing to get thrusted into an external situation, and they kind of come out of it really well put together, regardless of the fact that it has nothing to do with them. And I think that's what's going to happen moving forward from here. Like, Carolina and Epsilon are like two peas in a pod right now. I think they almost kind of are like brother and sister at this point, because technically Epsilon is from the director's, like, is a copy of the director, but because he came from the director, it's almost like that's his son in a way, or like, I don't know. It's either father-daughter moments, but they seem more like siblings. So they're kind of going on this sibling journey together to kind of seek redemption and do what's right, and to try to be better and make the world a better place through the actions of, you know, Project Freelancer and how that affected everyone and everything. I really do think Washington's distress signal is going to be picked up by less than favorable individuals. UNSC or Malcolm Hargrove himself, they will find the Reds and Blues here. They'll give them shit, or they'll harass them, or they'll try to arrest them or whatever. And Washington or somebody will have to send for help and get Epsilon and Carolina. And I can already see this being a situation regarding the oversight subcommittee chairperson, you know, like the head of the oversight subcommittee being Malcolm Hargrove, because he also had his own gripes with the director, with the AI fragments, with Washington in particular. And now that he knows that he's alive, that's ultimate. I feel like it's too obvious. I feel like that's really where it's gonna go. Maybe we'll get some new characters in between here and there. I don't know how much more Blood Gulch Chronicles atmosphere we're gonna have. Maybe I'm thinking too far ahead in terms of plot, because I thought that's honestly what we were gonna get right out the gate. I thought like these episodes were just gonna like pick up with plot, but I know it's a trilogy and it has to like warm up, and it has to like start out naturally in the same way, I feel like, as all the other seasons did, which was, or the other arcs did, or trilogies did, which was you know, the continued character moments, like establishing the characters, keeping them consistent, making sure that when you see Tucker, he's clearly acting up and he's clearly not doing what he's told. When you see Griff, he's a lazy son of a gun. And when you see Caboose, he's basically doing something that's gonna backfire and cause everybody else to be involved, which is, again, like what I really loved the most about this first episode. But yeah, that is my first jump into the Chorus Trilogy for Red versus Blue. It's probably gonna feel like a slow-paced start. Of course, I'm assuming that's the case with, you know, with whatever Miles has in store with the series. I'm not knocking it at all. If anything, like I said, it's a great return to form, to how the show originated and how the show has always gone from season 1 to season 6 to season 9 to season 10 and everything else in between. So I'm just happy to have a little break in the crazy roller coaster ride that I've been going through, because yeah, Project Freelancer saga of content creation was above and beyond what I was expecting to do. And to be honest, if I had to do that to this degree consistently, I don't know, I felt like I was not overcompensating. I felt like I was overprepared for what I was given. So I'm kind of like, wait, is it going to change on me any second here? But yeah, that's essentially it. Those are all my thoughts. The first 3 episodes really established the Reds and Blues as the same lovable characters that we've known and loved for the last 10 seasons. It's been a while for me, like I said, because I haven't seen the show. You know, I'm picking back up from where I left off with Project Freelancer, with the last episode, with the last reaction. And so this one's interesting. Again, Doc was left behind at Valhalla. Donut is MIA, so I'm like, what happened to Donut? They established that Donut isn't there, but they didn't go into details or specifics. We haven't seen Carolina or Epsilon's perspective yet. And as of right now, it seems like everyone's on a timer until someone can come and rescue them. So until someone gets that distress signal, we're going to be getting more Red versus Blue moments with the good old gang in the boxed canyon, like good old days, except now Washington's dealing with what Epsilon and Alpha had to deal with back in the day. But yeah, that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And before I head out, I just want to give an extra special thank you as well to all of my patrons over on Patreon for your continued support and efforts to help make videos like these possible, to help, you know, continue the consistency of content, especially with Red versus Blue. And I hope all of you guys enjoyed the video as well. And an extra special thank you goes out to those of you in the seasonal maiden tier and higher for your continued generosity, support, kindness, patience, and understanding for everything that you guys have done for me so far this year. And that goes to AIMEE Burgess, Blue Rat 138, Louis A. Sandoval, Luke Marshall, Nigel, Ride the Lightning, Scott Porter, SUPERMONAMAN, The Disturbed Guy, Diesel 75, Brendan Capelli. I think I've gotten your name wrong in the past, so I do apologize for that. Brendan Capelli, Daniel Burns, ERZA Lee, GOTEKAI, Ian Dodd, Jamie Coleman, Matthew Trapp, Michael, and Winter SCHNEE. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really hope you guys are excited for my return to form with Red vs. Blue content here on the channel and on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed overall, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next Red vs. Blue video. Thanks a lot, and take care.